Do you struggle to make your ideas a reality? Maybe you've got an idea for a business or a product, but you're stuck. It happens to me all the time. You don't quite know how to turn that idea into a working business or a marketable product. I've got something to share with you today that's going to change all of that. By the end of this video, you're going to be able to realize your ideas regardless of how big or complex they might be. But first, I need to show you something. This is the Arthur Ravenel Jr. Bridge, known simply as the Ravenel Bridge. And my buddy Nat and I went out and shot it a few days ago. He helped me get the footage. Anyway, the Ravenel is an icon for anyone that's been to Charleston, South Carolina. It's a cable-stayed bridge that spans the Cooper River. It connects downtown Charleston to neighboring Mount Pleasant. And as you can see, it's a beauty with dynamic pylons that evoke sails of a ship and elegant white cables. I love this bridge, and crossing it feels like a special event. Now, I'm showing you all this because this bridge and impressive structures everywhere contains the secret to helping you turn your ideas into reality. You see, every famous structure started out as a simple idea. The Sydney Opera House, the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, and the Guggenheim Bilbao. Each one of these landmarks started as an idea in the mind of an architect. Just a simple concept, often quickly scribbled on a piece of paper. And yet each one has become a world-famous icon. How do these architects take their ideas and turn them into massive structures? Well, for that, we need to talk about blueprints. Now, blueprints are those classic mechanical drawings that represent all the schematic details of a building. They get their name from the process used to make them. Now, I mentioned blueprints because they've come to represent hyper-detailed schematics, but in fact, blueprint technology has become obsolete. Now architects have CAD software and large format printers for their plans, but for every single architectural structure, like the Ravenel or this one in Charleston, which Nat shot on our recent outing, there needs to be a mind-blowing amount of detail all figured out and documented before the first shovelful of dirt can be moved. You need site elevations, floor plans, engineering details, HVAC drawings, schematics for wiring and IT infrastructure. The layers of detail go super deep. Now, at the beginning, the architect just has an idea, a rough concept scribbled on a piece of paper. But before that idea can become a building, the architect has to create the incredibly detailed schematics needed to guide the actual construction of their vision. And this is why we struggle to turn our ideas into reality. We don't know how to go from just an idea into all the details needed to make our vision real. But lucky for you and me, architects solved that problem centuries ago. You see, most every building or structure that an architect designs starts out as a simple drawing, a sketch. And these initial drawings are quick, impressionistic scribbles that attempt to capture the essence of their initial inspiration. Now, once the architect has captured their vision, they have to translate it into a multi-million-dollar structure that people see and use every day, like the Ravenel Bridge. And to do this, they create a series of progressively detailed drawings. That's the secret. I'll say it again. They create a series of progressively detailed drawings. That's how they get from their idea to a finished product. So often we have an idea, something we're excited about, but we don't really know how to make it a reality. The gap between the idea and execution is too great. And so we stall, and our idea, well, it eventually dies. Architects are different. They never dive right into the details. Instead, they capture their vision for a project, and then they start working out all the specifics over time as they make a series of increasingly detailed drawings. Starting with their initial scribble, they proceed to make a new drawing with a little more detail. Maybe they sketch out various views of their idea to get an idea of what it would look like from different angles. And they keep doing this, moving on to site plans, floor plans, cross-sections, call-outs. This process continues until they and their teams have created a set of final plans with every aspect of the project figured out and documented in detail. So the next time you have an idea, especially one that seems larger than life, use the analogy of the architect. Start with the equivalent of a thumbnail sketch and rework it over and over, each time adding more detail than the last. For a business, This might mean writing down a quick impressionistic description and then progressively working out aspects of the idea using tools like mind maps and outlines, flowcharts. Continue working like this, adding specificity as you go, and you'll end up with everything you need to launch your business: strategy, marketing, pricing, offerings, production, finance, all of it. It'll all be there. This is how architects go from a simple idea to something like the Ravenel Bridge or the Sydney Opera House. And it's the same way that you can make your ideas a reality too. Guys, if you're a consultant, freelancer, or building a small business, make sure to check out my free newsletter. It's called Broadside. There's a link down in the description below. You can sign up. I send out an email twice a week. And remember, I love each and every one of you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.